Hello my friends, it is Mike or Kubera. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. We got Dark Side of the Moon today. I mean, Blackmoon, but still this was a fantastic album. And Pink Floyd, ooh, saw David Gilmour last year. But anyways, fantastic album cover as well. Props to the person who designed that originally. We got Blackmoon, that's what was going on. Also, kudos to whoever designed this. I gotta give out the thanks to where they're going out to. Anyways, Blackmoon is an interesting project, and the people who have sponsored this video would like you guys to know all the details about it. Now, this is going to be a little bit interesting. We're not doing an interview today, although I did get the opportunity for this video. However, I decided, you know what, this is going to be a little bit shorter. It's going to be more organized, and I am going to go through the exact email that they sent out to me. So the organization is GeForce Investing. They wanted you to know that during the video creation, we request not only to state this is a sponsored video, but also include that this was made possible by the introduction from GeForce Investing. So there you go. I kind of like whenever I'm able to go through all the details, and they did send a lot of stuff, a lot of content over. I like that because you're able to analyze everything, go through it, and it's quite nice. But before we fully dissect the email, let's go into TechCrunch and also Huffington Post, because Blackmoon, in summation, is pretty much the future. It already received a bunch of investment funds. To be quite exact, $10 million. $10 million in the pre-ICO phase from over 2,500 investors. It is related to Russia, Moscow, there we go. And okay, so we did have Kick ICO with the whole Russian-Chinese crypto alliance. For those of you who are not familiar with that, the Russian-Chinese crypto alliance was supposed to happen. It's been a little bit delayed because of China's ICO thing. However, if we look at the future, I think it's going to be just fine. That was a different project. That was Kick ICO. This is Blackmoon, and I'm excited for it because pretty much talking about a tokenized future where you have tokenized investment funds, which means it's much more secure. It's on the blockchain. And as long as there's stability with Bitcoin and all the altcoins, which eventually we will find stability, we're looking at long-term projects here, it will be a much safer investment vehicle than hopefully fiat currencies. At least that's what they're going for here, but Huffington Post was quite excited. So what makes blockchain so great? Why are people increasingly venturing into the world of digital finance? Well, it makes it extremely difficult to hack a financial transaction. So when you're talking about millions of dollars, you don't want to put that money out there somewhere and be nervous for the next 24 hours. Oh, I don't know what's happening. Listen, if you mess up the Bitcoin address, you mess it up. There we go. That's your fault. But there's no way for someone to hack into it and just steal the money right then and there. Blockchain is a public ledger that keeps a detailed and traceable record. So you can find out anything and everything that happened on a blockchain, whether it was today, whether it was last week, what exactly happened, where funds came from, what they came for, any notes that were attached to it, and you're able to track through addresses. So it's quite nice, it's organized. Some people look at the downsides to it and say, oh, it's going to fail, but listen, everything has its pros and cons. I just wanted to say this piece of the article where it says Japan and Switzerland started accepting Bitcoin, that's fantastic. Pretty much over the next couple of years, we will see more and more countries get really, really excited about this to the point where it might be fully legalized. Not only that, but they also promote it. Russia and China are those countries which are super, super prepared for a blockchain future. America is also following suit. However, America has to have its SEC happy, which, speaking of the SEC, there we go. Boom, we got it. BMC, Blackmoon Crypto, claims it has found a way to make crypto investments legal and secure, which would be significant given the recent SEC decision to classify some tokens as securities. So Blackmoon's pretty much saying that it is all okay on the radar of SEC. SEC would be perfectly fine with it, and if there's no legal problems, if the government's not going against you, well, you know, maybe they might not promote you, but they're not going to do anything bad towards you, which means, hey, it's free reign at that point. You're able to go all the way to the moon. I know, it's such a meme, but So TechCrunch is saying last Friday passed a $10 million pre-ICO threshold with more than 2,500 paid accounts, and that was the pre-ICO. So that means there's still going to be the actual initial coin offering, which honestly, if there's a $10 million pre-ICO, there's going to be a lot of money on the table here. As of right now, Blackmoon's lending marketplace is operating in 9 countries and exceeds over $100 million in volume, while reaching $13 million in monthly volume. This is going to be something that's, we're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars here. Now, if we're going to go into the full details, let's explore the email here, which is quite lengthy, so we're going to choose some of the easiest things to dissect here first, and then sort of go into the more detailed stuff. As a social media marketer, you guys know this, I look up always what's going on with YouTube, what's going on with their social media. We have a bunch of other very reputable crypto live streamers and YouTubers discussing it. For example, we got Cryptoverse, we got STD Report, Crypto Bobby, Crypto Trader. Now with this one, it was interesting because it was talking a little bit further outside of Blackmoon, but I also enjoyed watching this video. And then if we scroll down through, it's pretty nice. They got to work on their own YouTube channel, but still, their videos are, it's all gooch. So let's sort of start up all the way at the top here, where currently BlackmoonCrypto.com is starting on the 12th. It is the 9th currently. There's been over $10 million sold, and the project gets a G review rating of G4, which they explain here. During our reviews, we classify projects on a uniquely built G-score rating system. The higher the G-force, like in real life, the higher the likelihood of explosive growth for investment based on multiple factors. The system has levels from 1 to 5, with 5 being the highest, so it gets a G4, which they're outlining that Blackmoon received the G4 rating due to 3 main things: long-term growth potential, residual income platform, and a high probability to recoup the investments within 6, that was 10, within 6 months. There we go, boom. So if we go a little bit down further, they said that there's not only did Blackmoon pass the test for their little G rating system, but they also provided some unique benefits. Simply put, 30% of the proceeds from the Blackmoon ICO will be reserved in 3 cryptocurrencies. Those are being the main ones. It's going to be Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin for 24 months. This is a guaranteed buyback of BMC tokens from Marketplace at 80% of the sale price, which will be pegged to around $1 on the 12th of September. As you know, anyone can hire a white paper writer and website designer, of course, anybody. I mean, I made an entire video about that, my little ICO spiel. So let's talk about who the team is. Oleg Zadek, he is the CEO of Blackmoon and the founder of it. And before Blackmoon, Oleg was a co-founding partner of a venture capitalist firm, Flint Capital, money, and a managing director of another fund, which was Finam Global. As a venture capitalist, Oleg originated and facilitated more than 20 deals, 6 of them in the financial tech sphere. Oleg also served as a project manager at Project Finance Department of MDMM Bank. No, Oleg sounds like a pretty high energy fellow. Let's go into that. So if you go to their website, which is BlackmoonCrypto.com. It's a pretty nicely designed website. I like how we have a bunch of tabs here, which is slowing everything down. Look at this. 2 days, 22 hours left. Yeah. So, if we scroll through this, one of the most interesting things for you guys probably, at pre-order and during the first 48 hours of the distribution period, the price of 1 BMC token will be $1. So that's nice. It's a good buyback price. From the 3rd to 7th day, it's going to be $1.05, and after the 7th day, it's going to be $1.10. But here is the distribution of tokens. 50% will be public, 30% will be the company's reserve, and 20% will be the team and advisors. You have the token distributions in full details here, but what we were looking at is the leadership team, which you're able to check out all of these key figures. You got the chief crypto officer, the marketing director. I like that scarf or shawl or whatever, Felipe. Hey, Felipe, looks good, looks good. You're able to go to the LinkedIn, which I always recommend for all of these projects. Hey, check out what is going on with the people behind it, the key individuals. He studied at Moscow State Technical University. He is currently the CEO of Blackmoon. We got Flint Capital there. He worked at a bank. We got Finam Global. There we go. This is some hardcore stuff here. Venture capitalists, banks, hundreds of millions of dollars. This is straight up business, my friends. There's third-party references to Mr. Oleg. And by the way, if anybody wants, I can send parts of this email to, I don't know, I kind of want to paste it in the description, but it's way too long. There is a lot that we're going into. But anyway, so we're going to move on a little bit. Blackmoon has a solid marketing plan, and not only that, which I'm part of, and all these other YouTubers, which I always think, you know, YouTube's one of the most engaged platforms out there, so it's good to invest your marketing budget in that. But they have a working little platform here. But before we get into that, Blackmoon scored a very high substance rating with our analysts. While the Blackmoon crypto may be a new initiative, the parent company, Blackmoon Lending Group, has been a successful company for years, creating large orders and positive cash flows. That's all that matters at the end of the day, whether the bottom line was profitable, how much money was made. But here is Blackmoon's little working platform from the fiat world, and it will convert it over to the prototype crypto version pretty quickly. So I already have it up and running here. I logged in. Portfolio value, $22 million. That'd be nice to log into that. We're able to go through the dashboard, my investments. Okay, let's figure out what's going on. I don't know, I like this. It's not all of this makes sense to me, but I really like going through all of this. I'm kind of like a nerd when it comes to this stuff. First demo lender is a European unsecured. Gross result, $8 million. What would you do with $8 million bucks? That's a lot of Ferraris. You'd have to buy the whole salon. Just boom. Well, actually the Ferrari Enzo, but
is working under the hood. We see a cash injection of about 2.3 million in 2015, and as the originator issued loans, these loans are assigned to the investor over the period. The investor makes another deposit, and the loans continue to be assigned again.
Since honestly, I'm not going to be able to explain it well enough for you guys, and I fully don't understand every single feature of this, there is a YouTube video that goes into full detail, which I'm going to link down in the description below. So definitely check this out. He does a really nice job with it. And yeah, let's go on to the next thing. Do not worry, we're getting to the end of this. Don't want to bore you with a long email here. I know some of you guys are like, I don't care about that. I'm just going to invest straight up. The others, well, if you have any further questions, please write them down in the comments section below, because we have two groups of people, those who are very eager and those who want to study and analyze every single little detail. And for these guys, thankfully, there's a lot on Blackmoon. And since they're a larger company out there, there's a lot of articles. I mean, for the other investors, you might go off the fact, well, okay, there's a lot of big businesses writing about them. They have a lot of experience. They know what they're doing. They have a lot of capital already. Seems like it's going to blow up. Hopefully it does. That's enough information for them. But there's 3 ways of creating a residual income, or at least 3 main ways currently. From the Blackmoon platform. That's going to be by being a participant in the network. So a few of the main roles is, for example, becoming a continuous contributing member. So that requires working inside the platform, pledging your BMC tokens for 1 of 10 roles, blah, blah, blah. This is where it's interesting. This is likely not the method of income people will pick, but is a key selling point to value token appreciation for those in Wall Street. Wolf of Wall Street. That wish to set up a fund via this platform. So if you're actually participating, if you're using the platform for your hedge fund, for your hedge fund, because you want to buy a second helicopter for your beautiful New York pad, well, you're going to get rewarded for that. And also you're going to have security, which is a little bit better. This is the future, my friends. Sharing this platform to others via the discount code. Yay! So straight up referrals. Okay. That's just one of the roles, but that's actually probably going to be one of the most popular roles, because an average person the average person's not going to be like, oh, okay, let me just log into my $10 million fund account today and let's see what's going on. So no, this is more for the big boys. If you want to participate in this, you can do referrals, or you can be an investor. Or another one here is BMC leasing. So this is not yet public knowledge, but the BMC tokens will be rentable via the platform, which, yeah, not everybody has received this email. And I decided, screw it, let's go into it. So a smart contract will be created where one can loan them to a fund manager to set up a fund and earn a percentage of the profits. This could be done for either 100% of your holdings or by pooling with other BMC holders to fulfill the order. This is a massive advantage and boost for early investors, as the time is coming where Wall Street and worldwide systems will need to merge into the crypto arena. So this is another key point for those smaller figures, the little minnows who don't want to get eaten by the sharks. You are able to take some of their bits and pieces as they make the moolah. So you're able to invest, you're able to earn from referrals, and you're able to lease. Referrals might work or might not. For key influencers, hey, if you get somebody with like $1 million, you know, 1% of $1 million is a decent amount of moolah. 10 grand. That's a new Rolex Submariner right there. Anyways, so we're gonna scroll past this because this is where it gets a little too much for the average person. In conclusion, it's the best of both worlds. So Blackmoon Crypto is a very unique platform for both fund managers and the smaller guys who want to invest into these funds, but they don't want to do it directly, so they invest into the platform that the fund managers will be using. Wall Street needs to get into the virtual world because that's where we're going. We need to get everything onto the blockchain, and this seems like a valid project for that. Also, I like this little bit here that talks about the legal support, how in the white paper it says that 21.97% of the proceeds are directly being used just for that. So that means whenever Blackmoon is responding to an attack on the legality of the ICO and cryptocurrencies, they're making sure to smooth out relationships. Now, I'm not sure exactly what that means, but I'm pretty sure you can guess what that means. Little donations, Rolexes, Ferraris, I don't know. Anyways, the SEC approves it. The government's okay with it. So as long as it's working, hey, as long as their relationship, their glad handing is working, that's fine with us. This platform with this rating has the ability to build initial and generational wealth. So that is that. For this project. My name is Mike Kubera. We could make this a longer video when it actually does come out. If you guys want more details, hey, we could make more videos about it. So just let me know. Write down whatever concerns you may have, questions, and we shall see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Always do your research and think about it. What color crocodile seats would you get if you had a yellow Lamborghini? Peace, and we shall see you guys tomorrow. I'm not sure if I said that twice, but